All right, welcome back. We're continuing our journey through the Bhagavad Gita, and today we've arrived at one of the most breathtaking chapters of all. Chapter 10, The Yoga of Divine Glories, is all about a massive shift in how we see the world. It's about learning to see the infinite, the divine, not in some distant, abstract place, but right here, in the most powerful, beautiful, and excellent things we see every single day. So Krishna kicks things off with this absolutely profound statement. He's not just saying he's powerful. No, he's positioning himself as the source code of reality itself, a source so deep that even the gods and the wisest sages can't fully trace it back to its origin. This one idea completely sets the stage for the incredible revelation that's about to unfold. And that brings us to our first section, the unknowable source. This is where Krishna really starts to peel back the layers on this cosmic mystery, explaining his nature as the ultimate origin point from which absolutely everything flows. Okay, before we go any further, we have to get this key concept down, Vibhuti. This is really the heart of the whole chapter. It means divine glory or manifestation. Think of it like this. The divine is formless and infinite, which is hard for us to grasp. So Vibhuti are the specific, glorious, powerful forms through which that infinite reality makes itself known to us. They're like windows to the divine. And check out how far this idea goes. Krishna explains that all the different qualities of life, and I mean all of them, come from him, not just the good stuff. Of course, intelligence and forgiveness, but also distress and fear, fame and even infamy. I mean, that's a radical idea, right? That all of life's opposites, all its dualities, come from one single unified source. Then Krishna just boils this entire philosophy down into one crystal clear line. He's the single point of origin, and the entire diverse universe just spills out from him. The wise, he says, they get this. They understand this truth, and that's why they're so devoted. So, after hearing these mind-bending claims, how does Arjuna react? As the seeker representing all of us, his response is so practical, so human. He's completely blown away, but he needs a way to actually connect with this huge idea. First things first, Arjuna is all in. He expresses total faith. He doesn't doubt Krishna for a single second. He confirms everything he's just heard, calling Krishna the ultimate reality that all the ancient sages have always talked about. So his nines is totally on board. But his heart wants to see it. And this right here, this is the question for all of us, isn't it? Arjuna basically says, okay, I believe you, this is incredible, but it's so abstract. How do I actually see you in my day-to-day life? Where should I focus my mind to feel your presence? He's asking for a practical roadmap, a way to bridge the gap between this infinite concept and his finite reality. And Krishna delivers. In response to Arjuna's very real question, he gives him exactly what he asks for. This kicks off our third section, a glimpse of infinity. Krishna starts listing his most important vibhuti, essentially handing Arjuna a field guide to the divine, real, concrete examples of where to find his glory in the world. And where does he start? This is so important. Not with something big and external. He starts with the most intimate, most fundamental place of all, the self. The consciousness that is alive in the heart of every single living being. That's the number one vibhuti. That divine spark is already inside you. Okay, so from the internal, he moves to the external world. Among all the mountains on earth, where is the divine most powerfully expressed? In the Himalayas, the grandest, the highest, the most majestic, the absolute peak of what a mountain can be. And then, wow, he makes it intensely personal. He looks right at his friend Arjuna and says that among all the great Pandava heroes, I am you. He is identifying his divine essence with the pinnacle of human virtue and courage that's sitting right there in the chariot with him. Just imagine hearing that. This also shows us that these divine glories aren't just in physical things. They're in profound ideas too. Among all secrets, Krishna says, I am silence. The deepest truths aren't shouted, right? They're found in that powerful, all-knowing quiet. And the list goes on, and you start to see this incredible pattern emerge. In any category you can possibly imagine, Krishna is the top of the line, the best of the best. He's the sun among things that shine, the ocean among bodies of water. He's the unstoppable power of the thunderbolt, the foundational sound of the letter A, the relentless force of time itself, and the noble king of beasts, the lion. He is the essence of excellence, and he is everywhere. Now, after hearing that breathtaking list, you might think the goal is to just memorize it all. But that's not it. Krishna does this amazing pivot and brings everything together into one stunning conclusion that completely reframes the whole lesson.
First, he makes it clear, look, that list, that was just a handful of examples, a tiny sample. His real divine forms are literally endless. You could never catalog them all. So the list itself wasn't the point.
And here it is. This is the ultimate takeaway of the entire chapter. You don't need to memorize a list of things. The real instruction is to change your perception. Anytime you encounter something that is truly glorious, breathtakingly beautiful, or overwhelmingly powerful, that's it. You need to know that you are witnessing a tiny spark of the divine's splendor.
And just to put all of that into a final, mind-bending perspective, Krishna finishes with this staggering thought. All of it, all the glory, all the beauty, all the power, the entire universe, all of it is sustained by just a single fraction of his being. The true totality of that divine reality is just beyond anything we can comprehend.
So this leaves us with a final thought. The teaching of this chapter, it isn't just a cool idea to think about. It's an invitation. It's a practice. It's asking a very real question. Now that you know this, where are you going to look for that spark of glory, beauty, and power in your own world today?